Some stories are not told to the ear, they're told to the soul. Some truths do not knock on the mind, they descend quietly into the heart. And some words are not meant to be understood immediately. They are meant to be carried until the heart becomes wide enough to hold them. Bismillah. This is not just a word spoken at the beginning of actions. This is not a habit inherited from childhood. This is not a phrase repeated without awareness. Bismillah is older than language, older than sound, older than the movement of lips. It is a declaration that existed before existence learned how to speak. Allah, Rahman, Raheem. 3 names, 1 reality, 1 center, 1 truth breathing through all worlds. This is not poetry. This is not philosophy. This is not imagination. This is the hidden architecture of existence. And not every heart can carry this. That is why it is not shouted. That is why it is not forced. That is why it comes to you quietly, often at night, often when the world is silent, often when your heart is tired of carrying life alone. You are watching Religious Stories 12, and today we do not explain Bismillah. Today we walk inside it. We warn you, this knowledge does not add information, it removes illusions, and removal is always painful before it is liberating. If you are ready, let us begin. In the language of Laduni knowledge, everything has 2 faces. One face looks outward, the other looks inward. The outward face is what the eye sees. The inward face is what the soul witnesses. On the outward level, Bismillah is the key to the Quran. On the inward level, Bismillah is the key to existence itself. The Arifs say something that shakes the spine of awareness. They say whatever is in the Quran is in Fatiha. Whatever is in Fatiha is in Bismillah. Whatever is in Bismillah is in the letter Ba. And whatever is in the letter Ba is hidden in the dot beneath it. A single dot. Not a sentence, not a paragraph, a dot. That dot is unity. That dot is oneness. That dot is the moment multiplicity collapses back into truth. Before letters existed, there was a dot. Before forms appeared, there was intention. Before creation expanded, there was mercy. Now imagine this. A dark place. Not darkness made of absence of light, but darkness made of pressure, weight, silence. A seed buried under the soil, not gently placed, but crushed under layers of earth. Above it are rocks, moisture, heaviness. Logic says it should rot. Logic says it should disappear. Logic says weakness has no future. But the seed whispers something that logic cannot hear. Bismillah. It does not say, I will grow. It does not say, I am strong. It does not say, I know how. It says, I move with His name. And suddenly something impossible happens. That fragile shell becomes stronger than stone. It pierces soil. It tears darkness. It moves upward without seeing the sky, without knowing what awaits it. Ask yourself honestly, who taught the seed direction? Who gave it permission to break stone? Who placed a map inside something that cannot think? This is not nature. This is mercy wearing the clothes of nature. Every fruit you eat is a miracle you are used to. Every flower you pass is a sign you no longer notice. Habit has covered your eyes with familiarity. Ulfet. Habit is not comfort. Habit is blindness. When a magician pulls one rabbit out of a hat, the world applauds. When grapes emerge from tasteless soil, we call it normal and move on. Black soil produces red strawberries, sour lemons, sweet dates, cold water inside burning summer fruit. The tree does not know you, the branch does not love you, the fruit does not recognize your hunger. So whose generosity is flowing through that branch? If the tree did not move with Bismillah, how could it offer you mercy it does not own? This is why Bismillah does not say with Allah, it says with the name of Allah. Because essence surrounds everything, but access happens through names. Rahman, Raheem. Rahman is mercy that gives existence. Raheem is mercy that guides existence home. Rahman is the rain falling on believer and disbeliever. Raheem is the care that reaches the heart that seeks. You exist because of Rahman. You awaken because of Raheem. And this balance is not accidental. If you are facing rocks in your life, walls that logic cannot break, paths that seem sealed, remember the seed. If a seed carrying Bismillah can pierce stone, what obstacle can stand against a heart carrying it sincerely? Look at the scholars of the past, pages upon pages written in lifetimes too short to contain them. Sleepless nights, empty stomachs, yet the pen never dried. Why?
Because when they dipped their pen into ink, they did not say, I write. They said, Bismillah. And the pen stopped being theirs. Time expanded, burden lightened, effort carried itself. This is called removing yourself from the middle. The greatest illusion of the human is the word I. I did this, I achieved that, I solved this. But even your breath depends on conditions you do not control. Bismillah gently removes that false ownership. It places truth back in its rightful place. Now, let us speak about fear. Not fear of animals, not fear of heights, but the fear that has no name. Anxiety, restlessness, tightness in the chest when nothing is wrong. The weakest part of the human is not the body, it is the mind. And fear does not need logic to exist. It knocks. Sometimes it breaks the door. News feeds it. Screens amplify it. War, disease, economy, betrayal. The question becomes unavoidable. What will you lean on? Small powers cannot carry big fears. Money breaks. Health fades. People leave. Unlimited fear can only be placed on unlimited power. This is where Bismillah stops being a word and becomes refuge. But listen carefully. Saying Bismillah is not enough. Anyone can pronounce it. Even a heart far away can repeat sounds. The secret is not in the word. The secret is in the state. A recipe is not a taste. Ingredients are not flavor. The secret is in heat, timing, touch. Bismillah is the same. And now we return to the dot. The Prophet said knowledge was a single dot. The ignorant multiplied it. When a pen touches paper, it leaves a dot. The dot moves and becomes a line. The line bends and becomes a letter. Letters form words. Words form worlds. Multiplicity is movement. Unity is origin. The one who says Bismillah returns to origin. They stop saying I. They say His name. The name Allah is not like other names. Other names describe attributes. Allah gathers all attributes into one reality. In Laduni meaning, the name Allah is fire. Everything placed into it becomes it. In a heart where Allah is remembered properly, nothing else survives. Majesty and beauty unite. Pain and cure come from one hand. That is why Shaitan cannot enter where unity is present. Division is his food. Oneness burns him. Rahman is the breath of existence. Raheem is the journey of return. We came with Rahman. We return with Raheem. And now, ask yourself, do you say Bismillah with your tongue, or do you live it with your state? If you want, say continue.